Hey, what's up, my little Tattle Tells? Yo, sit down, shut the door. We gotta talk. Wendy Williams is back. She's rumored to be getting like a spot. Is that better? She's rumored, sorry, this is like so low for some reason. She's rumored to be getting a Spotify deal. But more than that, guys, she wants to sit down with Sherri Shepherd. Now, listen, everybody has an opinion on what's going to happen with this. I have my own opinion. Do I believe that Sherri was 100% shady in what she said to Wendy when she said that Wendy's unprotected and she needs her husband to protect her? I thought that was really weird. I thought it was very patriarchy princess. And I also thought Wendy's husband, ex-husband, is the reason why she went through so much shit. He might have protected her for everybody else, but he also fed off of her and damaged her to a certain point that she's still trying to pick up those dots. So I don't understand why everybody looks for a man in Wendy's life to be a savior for her when the men and women in Wendy's life, from Kev to that manager that's going for guardianship, everybody basically, except for the man she created, which is her son, he's the only one that seems to be down for his mom, but every other man in her life seems to have taken advantage of her, hurt her, or done something where in the long run, she got the end of the stick. That's why I think it's so odd that everybody's just like, oh my God, if only Kev was around, this wouldn't be happening. Let me tell y'all something. The only thing that was happening while Kev was around was she was getting up, going to work every day, entertaining us, and fighting her personal battles. But again, this goes into what I said about it seems like people only care about Wendy Williams being able to serve us and entertain us and not care about her as a person. I know in that last interview she did, a couple of creepy things happened, right? The first creepy thing, those two guys that were in the interview, and I was just like, I mean, I think you have all your faculties, and I don't think Wells Fargo should actually be taking your money, but something's up. They look a little sus, right? But also the fact that she did seem, a little bit loopy. But thank you, Tattle Tells, for actually messaging me and letting me know that sometimes when you are trying to get out of rehab and off of harder drugs, the things they put you on so that you don't have the need to use harder drugs makes you a little loopy and makes it seem like you might have memory loss or something like that. This actually fed into what my thought was, that everybody's making Wendy Williams come back a little bit too early or before she is ready for it. You guys, really quick, don't forget I'm going live at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to talk about the leaked documents in the Blac Chyna trial. It is going to be live at 5 p.m. You guys, all the misinformation that we were talking about that the Kardashians are throwing around, I have the actual court documents. We are going to get into it. I just got to get into it. Hop out in the truck, get into it. I just got to get into okay, let's get back to what's going on at Wendy, the Deborah Mercury. But y'all know I do a nasty legal review. Make sure y'all there so we can actually get into what's real and separate it from all these fake reports, all right? Don't say that your girl don't come with receipts, all right? Let me stop kissing y'all goodbye. Don't leave. Let's get into it. But you guys, let's get into this latest review, right? Wendy Williams is asking for a meeting with replacement Sherri Shepherd, who's bracing for an avalanche in activity before her show debuts in September. Now listen, nothing against Sherri Shepherd, and I know a lot of people love her and she got a lot of friends. I personally find Sherri Shepherd, I don't know how that show's gonna go. Not because of anything with Sherri Shepherd, but Nick Cannon's shows got canceled. Who else's show got canceled? It's not easy to hold the audience's attention. Now, maybe Sherri will rise to the occasion. I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen her hosting on her own. But I will say, Wendy made holding a show and holding people's interest for a prolonged period of time, for years, look easy. Everybody was fine to watch Sherri because out of the people that they had in the midst, I think she was one of the best. I think Leanne Remini, even though she wasn't Black, I thought she was pretty good. Even though you need, for Wendy's legacy, it would have been nice to see another Black woman. I thought they were the best ones out of everyone. I actually like Fat Joe and Remy Ma too. However, everybody except for Malcolm Rappaport was good to hold attention while we thought Wendy was coming back. As soon as we knew Wendy wasn't coming back, it was a whole new struggle. Now let's get into this report, right? In a statement given, Wendy said, I have tons of support around me and I'm working on projects. I'd love a chance to actually speak with Sherri and sit down and meet. Now listen, right? I know Wendy doesn't talk like that, but just let me go, right? Wendy's response came as a source close to Sherri told them, Sherri is ready for Wendy to flip out once her show airs in September. Girl, you know this is the funny thing about Sherri, and this is one of the reasons why it gets on my nerves. Why would Wendy flip out, Sherri? You assume you are going to hit this ground running. I know you had ratings, but you had ratings while Wendy wasn't around. Wendy's rumored to be coming back with a Spotify deal. Again, maybe Sherri can back it up, but I don't know. I wouldn't be talking so loud until I at least got my first weeks of ratings. That's all I'm saying, right? There have been emergency meetings for Sherri's public relations approach, and there was an emergency meeting with Sherri's personal representatives and the production team. After Wendy appeared to toss shade at Sherri's upcoming show, telling Fat Joe she won't be watching because I know what she's going to be doing, and that's not really my thing. Sherri and her team are expecting an avalanche of negativity from Wendy once her new show starts, right? But get this, Wendy's rep clapped back and said, I personally feel that it's difficult to wish a person well, which Sherri did, while attempting to help shame them at the same time, especially since Wendy was the one who created multiple platforms that gave Sherri several opportunities. Wendy is an icon and should be respected as such. Wendy's attorney went on to say, Wendy requesting to have a sit down with Sherri to have a meeting of the minds is a perfect solution as she has no ill will or intent. Wendy is preparing to get her show back in motion. That's super interesting. Now listen, let me just comment on this. The fact that Sherri, to me, my opinion, is trying to use Wendy for publicity for her new show. But then again, I guess Sherri could fire back. Wendy's doing the same thing. But the fact that you know what is my biggest pet peeve? And a lot of people do it. I hate when people are nice, nasty about throwing shade. Sherri literally got on live and dragged Wendy. But because she didn't curse and because she didn't raise her voice, a lot of people are like, no, she wished her well. Y'all stop listening to the manner that things are delivered and start listening to people's words. There was nothing in that live where she wished her well. She said Wendy ain't have no friends. She said Wendy was unprotected. She said Wendy was manless. Yep. And again, Sherri's from that that generation that having a man means everything, because you saw the way her ex-husband dogged her the hell out, and Sherri held on to dear life until he was like, I don't want you no more, and scraped her off his foot like a piece of bubble gum. All right. Sherri said Wendy's manless, which in Sherri's mind means you ain't worth nothing. Sherri said you're unprotected. You don't have any friends. I have friends. I know how to be a girl's girl. You said that she was jealous-hearted, a girl's girl. Now listen, I don't know Wendy. All those things could be true. But for y'all to sit there and act like Sherri wished Wendy well, y'all tripping. Y'all are tripping. But let's get back into this, right? Now, earlier this week, sources said that Wendy had a podcast offer on the table for months, but one source suggested that iHeartRadio and Spotify are being eyed as potential new homes for her namesake talk show brand. All right. They say the former daytime diva will be going back to her radio roots if a deal comes to fruition. As Wendy watchers know, she first cut her. We know she started off as a radio DJ, right? They said Wendy sees Joe Rogan has $100 million podcast deal and she wants that kind of money. And you know what? I'm not even lying. I feel like Wendy could get that type of money. I don't want to be on Wendy's radio show. Ooh, speak it into existence. Wait a second. No, I want to be on Wendy's radio show on my terms, not on some Jocelyn Hernandez terms, on my terms. Let's speak that into existence, because you know Wendy, Whoopi and everything will cut a beat down. Anyway, they said the people at iHeart don't like controversy, so the best place for her is Spotify. They like the wild cards, but even at Spotify, they don't give you the money unless you prove yourself first. Wendy wants money up front. The other issue the source added is industry insiders just don't know if she can be trusted to deliver a daily show or weekly show. You guys, let me tell y'all something, right? This is what Debmar Mercury was hoping to do. And it really disheartens me. This is real talk, you guys. Pull up. Let's get closer. It really actually disheartens me a lot that you see huge conglomerates throwing dirt on people's names, ruining people's names, ruining people's careers just because you don't want to play ball with it. The fact that Debmar Mercury went on a smear campaign to ruin Wendy, and now they're trying to say that Wendy's controversy. Wendy has had a talk show for the last 9 years. Wendy has branched into mass media. There is nothing controversial about Wendy anymore. Wendy knows how to throw safe shade, or else she wouldn't have been on network television for those many years, because network television is even more strict about the stuff you can say or do. Our heart would jump at her. And as far as Spotify saying Wendy will want money up front, why shouldn't she have that? Wendy is a legend. Wendy comes with a fan base. We saw Debmar Mercury fighting to hold on to the fan base. We see Sherri Shepherd doing stunt queen antics to keep the fan base. Y'all, listen, let's keep Wendy in our prayers. Love her or hate her. Nobody should have to do, well, nobody except for, well, you know what? Let me shut up. If you like her, or even if you tolerated her, I think the treatment she's getting is abysmal. But you guys, let me know what you think in the comments, all right? Talk to y'all later. Bye.